Good morning. This is Mike Switzer with the South Carolina Business Review. Our next guest believes that connecting and engaging the state's business and community leaders with educators, parents, and program providers at all levels of education are the only way to create lasting positive change for South Carolina's students, who, of course, may someday become our future business leaders. Darid Mauro is president of ED101, an educational consulting and marketing firm based in West Columbia, South Carolina. Ted, good morning.
Good morning, Mike. It's great to be here.
Now, first of all, give us an overview of ED101.
ED101 Incorporated is a U.S.-based educational training and consulting firm. We specialize in the creation, design, implementation, marketing, and assessment of educational and professional development programs. We work predominantly for government, for NGOs, which are non-government organizations internationally, businesses, foundations, and individuals.
And talk about this belief of yours that this lasting positive change we need for our state students involves combining efforts from both the business and community leaders and the parents and the teachers.
We named our company ED101 after the academic class in higher education, which is an introduction class to education. And we really came up with the idea after working with various groups in South Carolina that we needed a stronger relationship between schools and the communities that they serve. So we really wanted to focus on ways in which we could overcome barriers and lower walls and really start to explain educational concepts to the business community in hopes that it will inspire them to become more and more involved.
Now, I understand you're also involved with legislative efforts in this area.
We are. There's some major legislation that will be coming up in front of Congress in the next few months, particularly the reauthorization of No Child Left Behind, which has been renamed the Elementary, Secondary, and Education Act, and also the reauthorization of IDEA, which is Special Education Law. And we feel it's really important that the business community sees that these are groundbreaking legislation, and that to be successful in the educational world, it really takes the effort of business leaders and community leaders to give support to the schools and to support the young people who have so much to learn before they graduate and get out into the real world.
Now, Ted, I understand you've also done some work abroad for the United Nations.
Yes, predominantly we've been focusing on the former Soviet republics, basically because these areas of the world have found it difficult to move into 21st century educational systems, considering that they were raised under the specter of communism. Independent thought and free enterprises are words that are foreign to them, but something that is really inspirational to the young people who want to be actively involved in the global economy.
Now, tell us a little bit more who your customers are, the people that hire you. Are they the schools in particular here in South Carolina or businesses?
We have clients who are schools where we assist in grant writing or in program development. Also, most recently, the Department of Education, with their Race to the Top program, has been focusing really on performance-based measures instead of just block grants. So the need now in educational programs to show that they're good stewards of the money and resources they're given require them now to do very effective evaluations and projections. So they really like to have independent people come in and look at what they do and show that they're using the money that they're given wisely. We also work a lot with nonprofits, also with individuals. I do advocacy for parents with children with disabilities. I deal with a lot of the issues in schools where there might be an impasse, and we come in and help mediate some of the difficulties that kids might have in schools in hopes of finding supports for the teachers and the students and the parents.
What is your assessment of how well South Carolina's schools are involved with the business community in our state?
We've come a long way, and we have a lot of really great companies in South Carolina who really are actively engaged. I would like to see more of our business leaders come in and actually talk about business. Interesting for me to spend time overseas and in these former Soviet republics and see these young people are just so hungry to learn how to open a business, the concepts of the economy. And these are all things that we have some of the best business minds in the world, and it's really time for us to put them back into the schools and really inspire young people and help them really understand not just the benefits of the business world, but also some of the challenges.
Well, Ted, for our listeners, a website where they can learn more about this topic?
We can be found at www.ed101.org.
Ted, thanks a lot for your time this morning. Good luck with everything going forward.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Ted Darid Mauro is president of ED101, and he spoke to us from his office in West Columbia, South Carolina. We were pretty impressed with Ted's website, and we think you will be too. And so ed101.org is our South Carolina website of the week. You can find links to all of our websites of the week at our webpage, etvradio.org/SCBR. And with the South Carolina Business Review, this is Mike Switzer.